Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm Tim, and today I have another unboxing for you. This time the game is 21 Moon, The Race to Exploit Space by Jonas Jones and Christopher Stenseth and published by All Aboard Games. So let's take a look at what's inside the box. It's for 2 to 5 players, ages 14 and up. Game time is 2.5 to 3.5 hours. So if that's accurate, this will be that's kind of short for an 18xx game, which if you didn't know already, it is an 18xx style game, but set in the 22nd century instead of the 19th century. And it's on the moon. So here's the back of the box, a little bit about it, and components that are included. So let's see what's inside. All right, first we've got the rule book, and it's got kind of a retro look here with a classic vinyl record on the front. Moon Truckin'. It's apparently a hit by the I. Jones, C. Stenseth, and S. Peterson, the designers of the game. And Scott Peterson is with All Aboard Games. So, Moon Truckin', the title track, also contains Mineral Mining, Stock Rolling, and Player Crying. That's the second song. Rust in Peace, the third song. And Are We Playing or Are We Having Fun is the fourth song on the album. So be sure to look for that at your friendly neighborhood record store. All right, but anyway, so we've got a list of components again. Introduction to the game. I think the same thing that was on the back. The setup. So you can see everything in all of its glory on the table. Game overview. A bit about the stock market, corporate entities, the private corporations or private companies, and a summary of what they do. Looks like there's only 6 private companies, so more in line with like an 1846 in that respect. Here are the public corporations. There are 7 of those, it looks like. The phases of the game, of course, as usual, triggered by when different quote-unquote trains are purchased. We call them transports in this one. And then about the initial stock round, which looks like is where the private companies get auctioned off. And then normal stock rounds, sell stock, buy stock, swapping certificates. That's interesting. You can swap one of your corporation stock certificates with a certificate from a corporation's treasury. Not sure what the purpose of that would be, but we'll find out when we get to playing it. Certificate limits. All usual stuff here. Presidency changes. The corporate rounds. So how the companies operate. Oh, I guess actually that's something different apparently. So there are stock rounds and then there are corporate rounds. That's interesting. Corporations have the opportunity to sell and buy stock. Okay, so that's when they issue or redeem their shares, apparently, instead of part of the operating round. Then we have the operating rounds. This is where the corporations will set routes. They call them roads in this one, apparently, instead of track. So you got yellow roads. Follow the yellow brick road. All right. Yeah, this is just your usual emergency money raising. If they don't have enough money to purchase a transport. And here's a little rules summary. If you're already familiar with 18xx games, so that's kind of nice. Tells you what things are different with this one. Each of them have their own little twists, usually called MacGuffins. And then the index and the tile chart. And then a small version of the map on the back, so you can refer to that if you need to. So pretty nicely designed rules there, it looks like. Okay, next we've got the bank pool, a revenue tracker, and it looks like it's got indicators on here so you don't have to do the math. I have a separate chart that I use for that usually, but this is nice. It's right on the revenue track, so you know if you're running for or if you're paying out $37 a share, then if you got 2 shares at 74, 3 shares 111, 4 shares 148, so on and so forth. That's pretty nice. Just single-sided. All right, now we're getting into some of the counters and tiles. So here's a spaceport, or this is the I guess what would be equivalent to the company charter for the blue company. And it looks like you can have spaceports and local bases attached to it. There must be some kind of new mechanic for this. And here's the road tiles. Yellow roads. Some more roads and charter for the red company. Whoops, they just popped right out of there. All right, we've got the yellow company charter here and the rest of the yellow roads, and then we start getting into the green roads. It's like local base, so these are your equivalent of your station tokens. And I'm not sure what these are, but I'm sure they'll get explained in the rule book. Got the purple company charter, some more green roads. Let's see the cities. Well, I don't know if they're called cities, whatever they're called in this one. Open up to allow 2 bases. Orange company, the rest of the green roads, and then we start getting into the quote-unquote brown roads. They look a little more orangish in this one, but not as many of those. And then we get into the gray, the green company charter. It's nice that the charter, usually the charters are just like thin cardstock, but these are actually on cardboard, so that's pretty nice. The rest of the gray roads, this is apparently there's a T city, which is going to be probably I'm going to say generally they pay higher revenue, but it looks like this one actually pays less as it goes into the game, so something a little different there, almost more like an off-board. All right, then we've got, these look like the things that you would attach. Oh, these are your transports, okay. And they must go, looks like they're designed to fit in these slots here. Wow, they just fall right out too. So it looks like you're going to do something like this. Pretty nice. So you got little cardboard counters for your transports instead of the little cards. All right, then we've also got, not sure what these are. Gertie, is there someone else in the room? It's just a discard token there. Not sure what these are for. Looks like they set delivery values for different areas on the board, probably. Some special tokens. These must be maybe for those bonus token slots that we saw on the charters. Looks like they would fit in there. That looks pretty cool. The components are really nice. Got the same thing here. Some more of those presumably bonus tokens. These look like they're probably to set additional revenue areas on the board. Now we're getting into our orange and gray transports. The permanent ones. Yeah, and they say deprecated by instead of rusted for these. All right, so that's all the cardboard. Then we've got the board itself. So let's get this laid out so we can have a look at it. Nice mounted board, single-sided. All right, so let's take a gander at this. Got an off-board area here, the water farm. Your different cities or whatever they're called, maybe colonies or something like that. You got your tourism colony over here, another off-board research station. Looks like some kind of fissure here or something that you probably can't move across, I'm guessing. The spaceport, the terminal. And then up here we've got the stock market. So it's a 2D stock market. So usually the way these work is when your company pays out, it'll move to the right. If it withholds, it'll move to the left. And then usually if they're sold out at the end of a stock round, they'll move this direction. And then when people sell shares, it'll move down this direction. Anytime it hits an edge, it'll automatically move up like that. Same thing if it goes backwards against this edge, then it'll move down. If it ever gets into this spot, the company will close. And then here's our sequence. This looks interesting. Oh, so it looks like you play a set number of rounds. So you've got your initial stock round, and then you just keep track of your stock round, corporate round, 2 ORs. So looks like it's 2 ORs after each in each round. And yeah. You do 5 of the, well, no, sorry, the 5th round looks like has a 3rd OR, and then that must be the game end then. So that's interesting. I've not seen one. That's probably how they can limit the time on it too. Just setting a fixed number of rounds. Here's, looks like where you'll lay out your certificates for your different corporations. So very nice looking board. A little bit different than your typical 18XX board, but that's to be expected given the different theme, more futuristic. All right, so let's fold this back up and see what else we got. Here we've got our wooden pieces. So these are going to be the markers for tracking your revenue and your current stock price. Got some cubes that are going to be used for something. I'm guessing this is the priority deal marker. That's pretty cool. And there's also this. I'm not sure what that. Maybe that's priority deal, and this is something else. We'll have to find out when we dig into the rule book. Excuse me. Probably colony tokens in here as well. Which are your station markers. Or not colonies, they call them bases. So your bases, you're going to have one for to track your current stock price, one to track your current revenue, and then it looks like you got up to five other ones for your bases. Cubes as well for those. And here's some more wooden pieces. Looks like these might be spares. Yeah, probably these are the spares. Always good to have spares. All right, got some baggies for organizing everything. Here's the stickers. That's interesting. Oh, these are these are for the cubes. Okay, so the cubes are going to have stickers on them. And it looks like you use them to set some sort of value, delivery value for different things. These look like the off-board areas. And there were also those counters, I think, that corresponded to these different areas as well. Spaceport marker. So this looks like it's a sticker to go on this. That's interesting. And then your different stickers for your corporations' bases and for their stock token, and probably one for their revenue. Some instructions on what to do with all these. So that'll let you know where to put all the stickers at. And then the last thing it looks like is the cards. So these are going to be your, get this cellophane off of it. These are going to be your stock certificates for the corporations, and then probably your private companies as well. All right, here we go. Yep, so here's for the purple company, you got your 20% president share, and then 10% shares. Just say corporation on the back. A little more simplistic artwork than what most 18XX games have, but I like it. Looks clean and tells you what you need to know. You got the yellow company, the orange company, the green company, or teal, beige, I guess. Red company, blue company. All right, and then yeah, these look like these are your private companies. So said there were 6 of them. Yep. You got your turn order cards. Yep, priority deal. So that's, you can either use the card or the cool wooden piece. Mineral prices. Okay, so this is setting prices for the different minerals. That's what those are for. That's cool. This just shows you what looks like just a little player aid card to show you all the possible values or what they're worth in the different stages of the game, phases. And, interesting. UN contract transport. Okay, so these must be special transports that you can get other than the regular ones. That's kind of cool. Looks like there's one of each. So those are the cards. And that is everything. So that is what's inside the box for 21 Moon. Hope that was informative and helpful to you all. And looking forward to getting this one on the table sometime. We did I did an unboxing a while ago on 1822 PNW, and I was able to get that played. 4-player game. It took us 2 different sessions to finish it, but we did get it done. I didn't do very well in it, but I still had a fun time playing it, and so looking forward to trying this one out as well. So, like I said, hope this was helpful to you. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and share and subscribe. And we will see you in the next episode.